You know, occasionally we come across a tip or a technique that really defies logic, and this is one of those. So I was watching some videos from one of my favorite plane makers by the name of Bill Carter out of the UK. And Bill does some very specialty things while he's making his planes. He makes little wooden planes, he makes little metal body planes. And while he is shaping a lot of this stuff by hand, he has a technique that he calls the blunt chisel technique. Kind of sounds like some Shaolin Kung Fu, but it's actually really quite cool and it defies logic. So when Bill's working on a small item, like a wedge for a plane, a lot of the times he is shaping kind of a swell or a hump on the back of it. And if you would use a sharp chisel across the grain, it would really just pick up those fibers and pull them out. So instead what Bill does is he takes and knocks the end off of a chisel. So this one obviously is quite dull, or blunt as Bill puts it, and he does that with a simple bench grinder. So he sets his tool rest to where he's basically at 90 degrees to the wheel, and he turns the chisel or the gouge upside down, and he simply knocks the tip off, and it's real fast. That's all there is to it. So what that leaves me with is an area on the end of this chisel that is dull. And you might think, oh, obviously you're taking the end off and you're creating a burr. Well, not really, because we sharpen that chisel and Bill sharpens his chisel upside down. So the burr is actually on the top side near the bevel. But what it creates is a sharp 90-degree corner. And that works really well for paring across the grain. And it works well on end grain. It works really nicely to get into tight little areas, like where this swell meets the flat part. And with a sharp chisel, there's really very, very little sanding that needs done when you cut across it with a dull chisel. One thing that's cool as well is you can do the same thing with gouges. So for different radiuses, you can use different sweeps of gouges and do the same thing. And it cuts very cleanly. Now it will blow out the backside of your workpiece, so when Bill's making something like this wedge, he cuts it extra wide, and then he uses a shooting plane to bring this down to width to fit inside the plane. And this works especially well on really hard and really dense woods. So a lot of exotics, rosewoods and ebonies, boxwoods, works very well on. And I found it an invaluable tip and technique to have in my shop, especially when I'm working on small specialty stuff, maybe like a hand plane like Bill makes. So I have a whole different set of gouges in different sweeps that I have knocked the tips off of, and a couple of these chisels. So whenever I have some tough, chicky grain or something I need to get in and clean up, usually I'll reach for a blunt chisel.